Incomplete dominance is a fascinating pattern of inheritance where traits blend together. Unlike typical dominant and recessive inheritance, incomplete dominance creates something entirely new in the offspring. This concept challenges our traditional understanding of how traits are passed from parents to children and reveals the beautiful complexity of genetic inheritance. Incomplete dominance is a pattern of inheritance where heterozygotes display a phenotype that is intermediate between the two homozygous parents. In simpler terms, when an organism inherits two different alleles for a trait, neither allele is completely dominant over the other. Instead of one allele masking the other, both alleles contribute to the final appearance, creating a blended or intermediate phenotype. Let's compare complete dominance with incomplete dominance to understand the key difference. In complete dominance, one allele completely masks the effect of the other allele. For example, if you inherit one dominant allele, the heterozygote shows the same phenotype as the dominant homozygote. However, in incomplete dominance, neither allele is fully dominant. The heterozygote displays a blended phenotype that is different from both homozygous parents. This creates 3 distinct phenotypes instead of just 2. The classic example of incomplete dominance comes from snapdragon flowers. When a red-flowered snapdragon with genotype RR is crossed with a white-flowered snapdragon with genotype WW, you might expect all red or all white offspring. However, something remarkable happens. All the offspring are pink. The heterozygote RW produces pink flowers because neither the red allele nor the white allele is completely dominant. The red and white pigments blend together, creating an intermediate pink color. Let's visualize this cross using a Punnett square. When we cross a red snapdragon RR with a white snapdragon WW, each parent can only contribute one type of allele. The red parent contributes R alleles, and the white parent contributes W alleles. Every single offspring receives one R from one parent and one W from the other parent, making them all RW heterozygotes. This gives us a phenotypic ratio of 100% pink flowers in the first generation. Now, what happens when we cross 2 pink snapdragons together? When RW heterozygotes are crossed, the Punnett square reveals something interesting. We get 3 different genotypes and 3 different phenotypes. One offspring is RR and shows red flowers. 2 offspring are RW and show pink flowers. 1 offspring is WW and shows white flowers. This gives us a phenotypic ratio of 1 red to 2 pink to 1 white. Notice that the genotypic ratio and phenotypic ratio are identical in incomplete dominance, which is different from complete dominance. Incomplete dominance is not limited to snapdragons. It appears throughout nature in many different organisms. In Andalusian chickens, crossing black and white birds produces blue-gray offspring. Camellia flowers show red, white, and pink varieties through incomplete dominance. Shorthorn cattle demonstrate this pattern, where red and white parents produce roan offspring with a mixture of red and white hairs. 4 o'clock plants also exhibit incomplete dominance with red, white, and pink flower colors. These examples show that incomplete dominance is a widespread and important genetic phenomenon. Let's summarize the key points about incomplete dominance. First, heterozygotes show an intermediate phenotype that blends characteristics from both parents. Second, neither allele is dominant or recessive, both contribute equally to the phenotype. Third, the genotypic and phenotypic ratios are identical because each genotype produces a unique phenotype. Finally, the F2 generation shows a 1:2:1 ratio for both genotype and phenotype. Understanding incomplete dominance helps us appreciate the diversity of inheritance patterns and explains why not all traits follow simple dominant-recessive rules.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit CodeLucky.com for more such useful content.